Excuse me. Let's talk about the Lions and Packers. Let's get this prediction on the road. It's probably going to be the last prediction for the Lions till the 2022 season. Can't say the end of the year because the season lapsed into 2023, but it's still considered 2022 um thing. Season. Apparently, the Panthers and Jim Harbaugh are talking, so Harbaugh about to leave. So be it. I ain't mad. He beat Ohio State 2 years in a row. Yo, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, but obviously that's the Lions. Season come to the end. We all know the most popular. Um, we know the most popular season for the Lions is usually the off season. We can see a situation in where, um, this might be one of them hot off seasons too. Before we get into the Packer game, you say, well, could it be one of the hot off seasons? They got some money. They got draft capital, so it's going to be all over the draft board. Lamar Jackson speculation. He won't play under the franchise tag. I mean, you can see Los Angeles dump some salaries like Jalen Ramsey. You can see other guys of that caliber being dumped. And, the Lions are at the point where they building depth, they getting healthier, and now they can take a few chances on bringing superstar players here. Now, doing taking a few chances does not necessarily mean in free agency. I think they can do exactly what they did last year in free agency and be just fine because they got a lot of draft picks. And on top of that, they got a lot of players that's going to return from injury. You should see a very healthy Romeo Core come back. You should hopefully see. I'm not banking on this. Knock on wood. You should see a healthy Levon and Zorky come back. Um, Tracy Walker, maybe see a little bit more of him. Melifano will have a whole offseason healthy under his belt. Jameson Williams should be healthier. So James Mitchell, the tight end, should be healthier coming out. So you're going to see more of a healthier. DJ Shark should be healthy, and it's probably a number of other guys I'm forgetting. So next year, just with the Calvary coming back healthy, they should just be a better team. Pascal coming back healthier with a full offseason under his belt. I mean, so like I said before, this team is on the rise. And like I said, they can write the shit. They can just ride the wave and continue to draft and add pieces at a slow pace and build it long and slow. And I would agree with that. Or they could look at the landscape of the NFC North and the NFC and not see no real true serious players. Kyler Murray down, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady could be getting out of there. Other than that, Drew Brees gone, Cam Newton gone. You got Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts. Um, those are the leaders. Matthew Stafford, it's questions of his career could be in jeopardy. They're not going, they say, he's gonna make a full recovery, but you never know how you feel. Unless Andrew Luck come out the woodworks or something, or trade for the AFC quarterback come to the NFC or something like that, it's wide open. So, like I said, I understand both, and I understand a mixture of it. So they're in a great position, and I think whatever path they choose, I don't think it's really a wrong way. But once you build it through the draft, it's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? And I think the group grows together, but also on the flip side of that, you need a sprinkle of veteran leadership there. So, but going into this game, obviously the matchup index matchup predictor for ESPN been against the Lions all year. It's been a couple games that has favored us. I think in the Jacksonville game, I don't think it. I'm not sure. I don't remember if it favored us in the Jacksonville game. Okay, not 100% sure. But you see it. I mean, no need to talk. Aaron Rodgers threw for 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,490 yards. Jared Goff, 4,214 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Quietly, nobody's talking about that. Jamal Williams just missed the 1,000-yard mark last week in a regular 16-game schedule. So the Lions look like they will have a 1,000-yard rusher, albeit it's a 17th game to get there. He just slowed down. So Craig Reynolds went down. I think Justin Jackson dealt with injuries, and obviously, Andre Swift, Aaron Jones just got over the hump. 1,073, 2 touchdowns. Alan Lazard, 57 catches, 747, 5 touchdowns. Even though Christian Watson has come on very hot of late, he was a guy, a Packers rookie, that was widely linked to the Detroit Lions as well too. Amon Ra, 100 catches in 16. Well, shit, less than 16 games because he missed a game, I believe, and then he was injured a couple. But 100 catches, 1,112 yards, 6 TDs. So, I mean, right now, none major. Justin Jackson, Deshaun Elliott, Coyote Awaskia is all questionable. Packers have no injuries. Packers are favored by 4.5, so they kind of really favoring the Packers. Usually the home team get 3.5, so they giving them a point. You think the Lions gonna win? $180, $100 bring you 180. You believe in the Packers gonna win? 220. You got to bet 220 to win 100. The over and under is 49. And one of the things that I don't need to get into the particular stats, we've seen them play already. Defensively, we've stepped up in the game. We know Aaron Rodgers. Right now, apparently, they hot as fish grease. They beat Miami. They beat the Rams, Miami, and Minnesota. To me, it is what it is. Three of their last four games are at the house. So they made sure. My bad. They made sure they was good with the schedule. At the end of the day, if Seattle win, we not playing with nothing. We become a dangerous opponent. So if we win and Seattle win, we play Seattle win. Ain't no pressure for the Lions. They can let it rip. And we've seen at the end of the years, the Lions will let it rip when it's nothing on the line. They will let it rip. They will sit there and they'll go out there and they'll do these genius plays that they had all year and then had the nuts to call and they'll do all these great plays. But Lambeau, it being flexed at nighttime, it's going to be cold. So it's really going to be about, whoever can run the ball and stop the run. And that's been an issue for the Lions, stopping the run. The run game got on track yesterday, So that's gonna be a huge thing with them stopping the run. So if they can stop the run, they'll win this football game. Because the pass rush is a little bit different. We're a little bit healthier than we was going into the game. Um, no, we healthier than going into this game. I know they a little bit healthier, but in my opinion, if Seattle win, we win in this game, bar none, bar none, bar none. If if Seattle win, they lose, I gotta go with the Packers. But that's just what I think. I think that not having that pressure, you know what I'm saying? That just kind of alleviates a lot of pressure. So that's just my opinion. Um, that's my opinion. But I think that it's gonna be a good game. But I think the key is gonna be stopping the run. I think the Lions got a lot younger, more athletic. As the season went on, they got healthy up front. So I think James Houston added a different explosiveness. Aiden Hutchinson added explosiveness that's been there. Kaminsky is solid, so they get more players up front. Romeo back. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge. I think it's gonna be a challenge, but I think also the refs gonna do everything to make sure Aaron Rodgers get in the playoffs. Trust and believe me. And so that's one thing y'all gotta remember too when you betting your money or you making bets on the side or whatever you doing. They gonna make sure Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna make sure Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna make sure Aaron Rodgers has every opportunity to win with Brock Purdy and Kirk Cousins and who else you got in there? Daniel Jones, Geno Smith. That's not a sexy quarterback thing. So They was gonna make sure Brady got in there, and they definitely was gonna make sure that Aaron Rodgers gonna get in there. Them two things for sure. They gonna make sure both of them get in there. So the Lions will be playing against the Packers and the rest. But guess what? That's the hand that we was dealt. Same thing with the Pistons. We had to go against the establishment of the league, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? The media, all that. That's what it is. So So I think this is a big game with or without the playoffs on the line. I mean, they can mail it in for draft position, and I wouldn't be mad neither. But I want to beat them. I want to send a message to them next year that this is our division. And Aaron, we will run over your bitch ass, again next year. So I want to let them know we coming. And I want to sit them out at home as well too. Ain't no divisional pride about the NFC East getting 3 or 4 teams in. Ain't no divisional pride. I don't like the Bears, and I don't like the Packers. Maybe your Brett Favre was playing. That's about it. I used to like old Brett before he apparently turned into a terrible human being, apparently. But you don't know these guys personally, you know. But well, yeah, I want to beat them. So I got the if it ain't no pressure on the line, I think the Lions gonna win this game. With pressure on the line, with Seattle losing, I'm gonna go with the Packers. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say I got the Packers winning this game, 28-17. I got the Packers winning. I think the refs gonna do everything they can do to make sure they win this game. So I think they're gonna have an additional home field advantage. They got the refs. So I'm gonna go with the Packers, 28-17. It's gonna be close, and then a whole bunch of tomfoolery gonna start happening. But Jared Goff got an opportunity to answer some questions going outside in the big game, regardless of what Seattle do. So appreciate the love, support. Check out the Lions prediction playlist for more videos like this. It's probably the last one of the year. Then we're gonna switch gears into Pistons and Lions offseason talk. So appreciate y'all. Peace.